Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about a simple driving question. I'll be answering a simple driving question, and the question is, should you finance your first car? Now I'm going to give you the basic answer, and then I'll give you a more complex answer. The basic answer is, it all depends on your financial situation. If you can afford to finance your first car, then it could be a good option. But there's a little bit of a more complex answer, and I'll give you that one right now. And when you finance a car, you're most likely going to incur some additional costs. So here's what it comes down to. When you finance a car, you're grabbing that car from the dealership while not paying the full amount for the car, and the dealership is giving you that car while they haven't collected the full payment, okay? So there's financing involved, and most likely there's going to be an interest rate with regards to the financing, and that interest rate is going to be the premium price that you pay. So if you're buying a car for $30,000 and you're financing it, and when you work out all of the interest that you're paying, you're going to pay, let's say, $3,000 in interest over the course of financing it for 5 years, then what's going to happen is the car is not going to cost you 30 grand, it's going to cost you $33,000. In exchange for that extra bit of interest that you paid, you're going to get to pay the car off over a period of 5 years, or whatever financing term you decide on. And when you're buying your first car, times are probably going to be tough, because chances are when you're buying your first car, you're most likely going to be at a relatively young age. You're going to be at the youngest age for ever owning a car for you. And with that being said, you're most likely going to be at your lowest income level, and your expenses are going to be at the highest, right? Because you're going to be at the lowest income level, and you're going to be paying for school, or paying for a mortgage, or paying for your childcare, like paying for your kids, blah, blah, blah. Your income's going to be the lowest because you're going to be the youngest that you've ever owned a car, and your expenses are going to be the highest, okay? So financing might be a good option. However, look into how much you're paying in interest. Now, when I bought my first new car, not my first used car, I owned a few cars before it, but when I bought my first new car, which was my 2009 Honda Civic Si, I actually financed the entire car. And I had the money in my bank account to purchase the car. Like, I had the full amount, and I could have bought it outright with cash. Well, I mean, with a bank draft or a check or whatever. But I decided to finance the car, and I'll tell you why. I used that monthly payment as motivation, as fire, to earn more money. So I knew that I had the money in my bank account to buy the car, but I had a monthly payment to deal with. That motivated me to work harder, to earn more money, to pay for that monthly payment. Eventually, I built up these passive income streams, which had outweighed the cost of the car. The monthly cost of the payment of the car. Once I paid off the car, I still had those passive income streams earning money, and that was just pure income for me. And the car was paid off. So it depends on the situation, but financing your car can be a great way to get yourself into a new car or a slightly used car, and to pay it off over a period of 5 years, or longer or shorter, depending on your financing term. Most likely you will have to pay a premium for it in terms of the interest, but it might be worth it to you. I mean, if you end up paying $1,000 in interest over 5 years and you get to keep all that money in your bank account, that's a pretty good deal, depending on the cost of the car. It could be a very good deal, especially if you know that you're going to be getting a raise in 2 years or 3 years. Then you can finance the car, and when you get that raise, you can use that raise money to pay off the duration of it. There are many ways to go about it. But should you finance your first car? It all depends on your financial situation, but I've gone over a few different options. In some cases, you're also going to be able to get a 0% financing interest rate, meaning no financing interest, but there will be a small fee associated with financing the car. The fee will be for paperwork and getting, the loan through and so forth, right? Getting the loan taken care of and all that stuff. But if you can land a 0% financing opportunity, that might be something to look into, because then you just pay the fee and you end up getting 0%. But always read the terms of your financing contract. Never buy a car, finance a car without reading the terms. It's as simple as that. And that's it. In this video, I've answered a simple driving question of, should you finance your first car? If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.